A married mother of four, and more importantly, a self-proclaimed dog mom TikToker, just got a feature story in the New York Post because she openly claims and brags about the fact that she loves her dog more than she loves her own husband. She is proud of this, and she's proclaiming it from the rooftops.
This is a picture?
This is a picture of them. And she is holding her Maltese, Massimo, in the picture. And her husband is standing next to her with a shirt that says, "She used to be mine." Show more of the pictures. They're insane. The one where she's sitting on him.
This is the worst, perhaps.
Here is a photo where her husband, if you're listening rather than watching, he is on all fours on the floor in this professional photo shoot while his wife sits on his back, kissing her dog in her arms.
Somehow this one felt like just as bad to me because it's not professionally taken, where it's just caught
this is just their life.
This glimpse in the moment of him being jealous of the dog.
This is just their day-to-day life. And her name is Elsie Gonzalez. She has gained a following on TikTok because of her dog mom content. I guess there's an audience for this that relates to caring more about your dog than your family.
His eyes really are dead in this. Partially because from what I read, she's a divorce attorney, which means he's screwed if he wants to leave her.
He feels nothing anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, she takes her Maltese, Massimo, everywhere, from the office to France to the bathroom. She says when she wakes up, instead of giving my husband a kiss, I wake up and give Massimo all my kisses. It's the same before we go to sleep at night. If Alex is looking for a little love from his wife, even on their wedding anniversary, he's barking up the wrong tree. This was her video about their wedding anniversary, spending time with her dog instead.
It's my wedding
anniversary,
and I couldn't wait to come home and snuggle with my boy.
This is real. And her bio actually says, it's in the voice of the dog, "I was dog-napped by a middle-aged lady going through the change."
Yeah, she has hashtag menopause in all of her stuff.
So I'm just going to say her husband is probably partly to blame for the situation he's in.
There's got to be a humiliation kink going on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He encouraged her to get this dog when she was through the throes of menopause symptoms, and the dog's only a year old. Their marriage wasn't always like this, but he encouraged her to become a dog mom so that I guess he wouldn't have to deal with her anymore. Some of her other posts say, the man who encouraged me to follow my perimenopause urge to get a dog, he is lucky I didn't have a dog before we got married because he might not exist.
Somebody in the chat said, if this is a joke, I'm all for it. No.
I am not for this, regardless of whether it's serious or satire.
No.
I still think it's humiliating your spouse. Another post said, dogs over children and a spouse. She has both children and a spouse, by the way. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I aspire to live that bougie dog mom life. And she's bragging about getting featured in the New York Post.
Yeah.
This is the life that her husband chose.
It has to be some type of weird humiliation kink. It has to.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't imagine otherwise. That or it's my other hypothesis. It's that, she has all the power because she's a divorce attorney and would take him to the cleaners or something. I don't know what he does for a living, but my God.
Well, I think that she is a divorce attorney and he has some other job on a similar level. When his job tapped him to travel to Paris last year, a work trip he hoped would double as a romantic rendezvous with his bride, he found himself tagging along as third wheel to Elsie and Massimo's Mommy and Me tour. She says, I do love my husband, but he knew that if I couldn't bring the dog, I wasn't going to go.
Bro, just leave her. Just divorce her.
But she knows all the loopholes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an option. It's a pain many spouses of pet parents are forced to endure. This is an actual study. 1,000 pet owners in a survey 57% of them say they love their pets more than their siblings. 50% of these pet owners admitted that they love their pets more than their mothers. And the study also found that millennials' romantic partners come second to a pet for 30% of participants in the survey.
You know why, right? It's because pets don't call you on your bullshit and they don't talk back to you.
Yeah.
People don't want to live in the real world with actual human interaction. They just want something that will reaffirm them at all times.
Mm-hmm. Unquestioningly.
Yep.
Shane H. Wilder said, I live in Austin and work in the news. This is the first I'm hearing of this chick. Then again, I actually had a Satanist upstairs neighbor once. He was horrible. I had to keep gallons of holy water on hand. Glad he got evicted. Well, I mean, I'm glad that he's evicted too. I hope that the holy water repelled him away. But yeah, you're right that it's about not dealing with the fullness of a human person. In fact, that was admitted as much by this guy featured in the article. He said about his golden retriever, Marley, I love my family, but they're not always easy. Marley is always easy.
Yeah, that's not how the world is supposed to work.
Yeah, that's not how relationships are supposed to work.
You're actually ignoring the humanity of another person when you want just the easy stuff.
They also interviewed 29-year-old Misha Bell, who prioritizes her French bulldog Winston over her newlywed husband. She said, to be fair, I had Winston before I had my husband, so he's my first love. She is also a lifestyle influencer and self-proclaimed dog momager who runs Winston's social media accounts, and she got married back in September. So I guess that her husband needed the dog's approval before putting a ring on it.
Yeah. It's like, this is like the most depressing. This episode's actually turned out fairly depressing. We probably shouldn't have put these stories by each other.
I think
it's
absurd enough.
Yes.
But you know, it's not just women who are doing this, of course.
Correct.
They also interviewed a husband and father of two who says that he prioritizes his relationship with his golden retriever over his relationship with his wife. And there are multiple videos in this format. One from Misha Bell, how I treat my husband versus how I treat my dog.
Here we go.
This is how she greets her dog instead.
Come on. She's a girl with the best intentions.
And there's another one from the golden retriever owner about how he mistreats his wife. So funny.
There you go. Can you bring me that back, please? Go. Healthy boy. Keep you big and strong. Good. Babe, we've got no food, so I'm just getting us pizza. Bye, baby. Have a wonderful day. Lots of treats, okay? Kiss. Oh, good boy.
Ew.
Love you. Bye-bye. See ya.
Yeah.
Let me help you out.
Okay. Very sad.
Your bromance with your dog matters more than your marriage.
Yes.
And you think it's funny.
It's not funny.
I think that's the worst part.
Like, it's
because
not
even
funny.
if it's satire, you can easily say that it's satire. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still a weird humiliation ritual for your spouse.
For the other person to, to participate in.
And the woman in the first example, Elsie, is recording herself on TikTok and openly calls her children her mouth breathers.
Like, why?
Just openly insulting your children. Even if it's a joke, it's not a very funny joke.
There's a gap now between I think in this desire to be authentic, they forget to understand that it's not always going to be perceived the way that you want it to be. So whether you're making this as a joke or not, it doesn't matter because it's going to be perceived differently by the outside world.
Yeah, completely agree.
It doesn't work.
And I must say, you know, the dog dads and the dog moms especially, I know there are a lot of jokes deriding cat ladies, but these dog people are really off the deep end. I mean, just the amount of money that these people spend on the most like luxury high-end dog food, and they pay for dog sitters and doggy daycare and a membership at the local dog park or whatever. And they put their dogs on dog play dates, and they might as well like put this dog in a diaper and roll it around in a stroller. I have seen that in real life. Shamelessly. And you know what's even more disgusting? It's really just not hygienic. They're kissing their dog with tongue. I have seen that in real life as well. Gross. I mean, actually, just that could make me just throw up in my mouth. They kiss their dogs, actually like kiss their dogs' disgusting mouths that they've used to clean their genitals with their mouth. I mean, it's disgusting. And then share food with the dog. And they sleep in the same bed as the dog with their disgusting paws that have been all over their own shit. And the dirt outside. And it just their whole living situation just, it smells like dog. And there's just dog hair everywhere. And they're okay with living this way with a wild animal, if not a whole legion of them.
I don't care about that. I care about the humiliation of the spouses, and I care about the spouses being willing to like put themselves up with that.
It speaks to the same exact instinct where we're gonna treat this wild animal essentially like they're just as much part of the family as the human beings in the family. That cannot be the case.
I say just treat the human beings better. Please.
Yes. Yeah.
Please. I'm not saying even better than the dog. I'm saying don't be so dismissive and so humiliating to your...
I fully say treat your spouse and your actual children better than you treat your animal, because it's an animal. It's an animal.
Please stop making content out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making a fool out of yourself and everyone else.
Not just yourself, but the people that you
as well.
supposedly love. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.